Hi everyone, it's Magpie's YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to be previewing our clash against the West Coast Eagles. Now if you're returning Magpies, look, welcome. If you're new to the channel and watching this for the first time, like, comment and subscribe. This game I see as a potential danger game for us, personally. I see it as a challenging one, really. Only because I've seen a lot of things at our club. You know, I'll go through the game plan, I'll go through my top 5 as well. The way we move the ball, we are getting better. But it's defensively. So the way that we need to beat West Coast is to stop the intercept marks. Make them defend, make them govern defend. And it's an easy solution. Then the 3-4 line as well. I see a lot of the way that we move the ball as much as possible. We don't, you know, we're going to have to be smart with our smalls. We're going to have to either mark the ball, bring the ball to ground. We're going to have to really perform as much as anything, because we know what West Coast are like. They had a close win against the Saints, and I watched that game a little bit, and you could see why. The game plan is if they can play quick with the kick mark game, and that's one thing I love to do. Like, they love to really move that ball on slower. They can go quickly at times when they have to. When it's out in the open play, they just play on. But when it comes to kick mark game, you know, Liam Ryan's out, so that suits us a lot more than anything. But we are a team that we have to perform well, because normally Liam Ryan can take a mark, and normally certainly crumb a goal as well. But we're gonna have to really stop him into what we're doing this week. So for Saturday's game, we're going to have to play a lot better, a lot harder. I feel like we can do it. We certainly have beaten them as well. My gut feeling is we'll play Cox, we'll play Jeremy Howe. I think that's the danger one for me, because Jamie Elliott's playing as well. We're going to have to be smart with our ball movement inside 50. We're going to have to lower our eyes. We can't afford to bomb. Every time we bomb, it suits them. So West Coast, for me, are the team that can get going. They can perform well. And Darling, Kennedy and Oscar Allen, the 3 tools you have to stop. And I feel like this is a game for me that I think should be a huge battle, because we know what their midfield's like. We know how they're going to perform as much as anything. So if we can start doing that more often and start using our eyes a lot more, we are in with a chance to beat them. And it's a fact. But I am worried, because, you know, we got beat by, I think it was 27 points last time we played against them. The younger team now. And I truly don't have confidence this week whatsoever. So, I'll learn more about the boys when I do know for a fact what's going on. But so that there is going to be a change. Pendlebury out for the season, we know that. Potential lineups on top of that, and I'll talk about that when it does come out. But for me, I think as much as Tohill had impressed, I think he'll be dropped. Not too sure if Givenden's going to play or not. I think with that, maybe Josh Thomas will come in for that. Chris Main could potentially come in. He's more the experienced type as well. Will Hoskinelli, whether or not that Poulter will come out or Rusko might come out. Or Finley McRae or something that might come out. So they're full potential. I think Poulter should stay in the team. Givenden, for me, I think it's a big game against the Eagles. Not trying to be mean or anything nasty about it, but West Coast are a type of game, and they're not like Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide's a little bit different. They can play that faster brand, but for me, I'm more worried about the West Coast Eagles. Inexperience. You want to have a bit of experienced players in this lineup. And that's how I see it personally on that issue. I think the forward line is going to really do a number of us. I think Madgen will have to play one of the tours. So does Jeremy Howe. Rufford's going to have his hands full against probably Kennedy or Darling. But we need Jeremy Howe in there as much as anything. He'll definitely play. I've got confidence in that decision. And that's because I think he's done, a good block of training. Viva was playing against the Box Hill Hawks this week as well. That gives me an idea to think that as well with form. It's just the feelings of what the Lions I think it will be. Inexperience doesn't help with the kids. And look, I'm all for playing the kids, by the way, guys, but I just got that feeling the kids aren't going to be the ones that are playing this week. One maybe might, but I'll definitely talk about it. Now, I'll let you guys have your say. But here we go for my top 5. So it's simple. It's pretty simple. Forward line. We have to defend well as the forwards. I think on top of that too, I see the way that we want to play as a forward line. Like, we're playing quick. I feel like if we can spread the West Coast Eagles defence, and when I mean defence, McGovern, Cole, Barras, we can certainly win that. Game's going to be won in the midfield. Simple as that. I certainly feel the forward line can certainly deliver, but we've got to take our opportunities now. This is a chance that we have to do it. Simple as that. But in having said that, I think that would be the first one. Second one is how we combat Nick Ngannou for this game. Now, he is a dangerous ruckman, right? He doesn't have the impact of having like a Grundy, like a 40 hit-outs and 26 disposals and a couple goals. I feel like you can expose him in defence because, you know, he's a flashy ruckman. I think Darcy Cameron's going to have to play a role this week. How he played, I think it's going to be Darcy Cameron as a second ruck. And Brodie Grundy will push forward as that third tall. So we're going to have to run Nick Nat off his feet and off his legs and truly make that a lot harder for him. As well. The third one is our midfield. Can we take the clearances from hit-outs to advantage, or can we roll to the opposition's ruckman? Pretty simple for me. I think that's the number one concern that I do have is that Nick Ngannou, like, he can hit it down anywhere and they can win the clearance. And that's going to put us on the back foot a little bit more. So I think that if we do win the clearance, we can't just bomb away. We're going to have to be smart in the way that we do go about it, because if our forward line can get into the spots where you're not going to have McGovern getting into the areas that you're going to mark the ball, you probably expect a long kick to Cox or something like that, or Cameron. So I think Cox might go to McGovern. I think Cameron might go into a Brass or something like that, and then maybe Cox for Cole, or it might be McGovern on Cox or something like that, because Cox is pretty tall. I think Shanahan is playing, so he can be dangerous. I think Shanahan might be dangerous, but if he doesn't play, I think that does suit us a lot more. But I'm pretty sure that he is playing this week. So we're going to have to really be smart in our forward line. We're going to have to go heavy and have Hoskin Elliott and Josh Thomas there for the plumbing. So we're going to have to be smart with our ball use. And I think with our midfield we can do that. But I think most likely we are going to bomb long. And if we bomb long, they might hurt us a lot more. Third one is defence. Our defence is going to be under a lot of pressure. And I feel like we can perform a lot better when we are under the pump as much as anything. You know, we're going to have high balls in their long. You know, as much as anything. I do feel like Jack Cripps might play across half-back and Stinson midfield, Maynard across the half-back line. And if Maynard does play across that half-back line and just does the job, I feel like we are within a massive chance. But the back line for me is going to be under a lot more pressure as well for this week. Yeah, it's at the MCG. Unfortunately, we won't be able to go, but yeah, it is what it is. Number 4 is the game plan. Now, I did talk about how West Coast play. And what we need to do, I'll just go over a little bit. Like, we like to score. I do not want to see this game as a high scoring, because I think it suits West Coast more than us. Yeah, and I'm just being honest, when I'm saying this, because high scoring means shit. Like, it's not that good of a game. I don't think we can win that. And the reason why I don't think we can win it is because the way that we do play, it's just, not good for us. As much as possible. So if we can perform better as a group and as a team, I think that we'll win. And number 5, is putting West Coast to the sword. If we get a good start, which tends to happen, we need to finish off our good work, because we haven't won too many games when we've got off to a good start. We always tend to lose these games, and that's the problem with us as well. I can't trust us this week. I feel like West Coast are a team that can put us to the sword. They've got that running game going. They can play that way. And I just feel like the form of that is going to cost us in big games as well. Just for curiosity, it will. I think if we do get off to a good start, we have to kick 4 or 5 goals in that first quarter. And then what we need to do is restrict West Coast to less than that. I think as well we must do that more often. And really just put this team on the back foot early on in the game as well. So I think that's how we're going to play. Now, my tips and predictions. Now, this might change in my lineups video as well. So, I've got West Coast winning by 7 points. I think Mason Cox will play. I think Jamie Elliott will kick 2 goals and have 10 disposals or more. I think Mason Cox might kick 2. And Brody Grundy to have 20 hitouts plus, and to kick a goal or 2 as well on top of that, because I feel like that's how we're going to have to play. That's how I see how the opportunity is going to arise for us. And it's simple. Winning, and that's about it. I'm fucking worried about this game, guys. I'm really worried. My own mental health on this. The facts are, I tend to put this team, I'm emotionally invested in the game. And that just tells you how much passion I've got for this team. It really does. It shows me what I can do. On top of that. So that's my preview. 20 minutes, not bad for a good preview of the game. About nearly 20 minutes. I just want you guys to have your opinions, because I'm really nervous and worried about this week. I think West Coast will get us. This game could be a result that can go either way. It's at the MCG. I think it does suit West Coast well. Don't think they play too many MCG games too often. There are up and down teams this year, West Coast, and not like there were a couple years ago where they were top 4 team and you could see what they were doing. But I do think, I said that about Port Adelaide, and they still are to a certain extent, but they started to get a bit forming. They do keep teams in the games. Like, they kept North Melbourne in the game, and they don't play wet weather footy. So if wet weather footy, if it does rain, I think it will suit us more than West Coast. But having said that, it depends on who has the lead. If West Coast have the lead, I don't think we'll adapt to the conditions. We should be a wet weather football team. But other than that, yeah, I've got my 100% doubts in this game. I could say West Coast by more, but it is what it is, realistically. Keep out for my lineups video. That'll come out tomorrow, hopefully. I will, guys, talk about the lineups and my feelings on that. Look, as I said, I think that's how we're going to have it, and we're going to have to make that change as well. So I think that's what's going to happen with that. I'm going to get going. I've got basketball. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Love yous all. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'm nervous to say this, but go the Mighty Pies.